Yo, yo, yo. What's up, you guys? Let me just get set up here. Let some more of you jump online while we're doing this live stream. All right. Get everything set up here. Wow, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, I can read comments here on the laptop. By the way, you guys like the new sticker packs we got coming out? A lot of these stickers, like we got Alex and Alex's car and the Mercy, those are all gonna drop later tonight. Looking pretty clear. You guys can hear me okay? Looking pretty clear. You guys can hear me okay? Sounds good on my computer. All right. Okay, so hey, first of all, thanks for joining me on a live stream. These are always fun to do. When they're done right, we have good audio and good upload speed, which you guys are here with me at my house, so my upload speed's like 300 up. So we shouldn't have any problems with that. I hope I'm looking, yeah, it looks pretty accurate for not being sideways. All right, so you guys saw this live stream is gonna be about the Murcielago, the update. Where has that car been? And essentially like what's going on with it. I've got some bad news. We'll get to that shortly. In the meantime, I just wanna say shout out to all the people in Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Scottsdale, Arizona, and of course, Los Angeles, California. Dave and I just did an amazing 10-day road trip. Well, not really road trip. We flew more than we did anything. I mean, we drove a lot too, but we didn't drive to each city. We took 7 flights in the course of 10 days, and we went to some of the cities that were most recommended or requested that we go to. California is the largest state following that we have. And did that just die on me? I kid you not, I think that just died on me. Give me 1 second. Of course something would happen, right? Of course. You know, I try to cover all bases and my laptop does. All right, let's get this thing plugged in and then I'll be able to read your comments. That's why I have this. So Dave and I asked basically, you know, what other states and cities should we attend that the DD fam wanted us to come to? And Texas is the second largest state next to California for the largest audience following in a state within basically North America. And we were really excited to go and meet as many of you as possible. And wow, let me tell you, overwhelming response in each city. But Texas does it big. We went to a Coffee and Cars. They don't call it Cars and Coffee, it's like backwards. It's Coffee and Cars in Houston. Hundreds and hundreds of the DD fam came out. I did my best to meet as many of you as possible. I really hope that if for some reason we didn't get a chance to say hi, that you understand I was doing my best. I'm just gonna fire this thing back up. I'm gonna let some more of you get online. And that way when I do finally break the Murcielago news to you, I don't have to repeat myself if someone got on a little later. So bear with me here for a sec. Can answer some questions in the meantime. Looks like we are back. By the way, hey you guys, thank you for the super chats. I see people using the super chat feature and it's super cool. So Huracan Ian, what's up dude? Shout out to you. Yo, what's up man? What's up? Hope you're doing well. And then we have Damon, when do we get Mercy hyperchargers? Is it more than what you told us on Elite? More. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyhow, Mercy hyperchargers essentially, we're in the process of kind of working a deal out with a manufacturing plant that makes those portable cell phone chargers or portable chargers. And we'll give you an update on those soon. By the way, huge shout out to everybody who does super chat feature. Wow, we got just a ton of comments here. Another super chat would be, would you be doing a collaboration with Adam LZ soon? I apologize, I'm not really sure who that is. I'm not sure who Adam LZ is. We have another super chat feature. Big DD fan from Ohio. What up? Shout out to Andrew Papa. You guys are amazing. Anyhow, like I was saying, we went to Houston, Texas, and then we went to Atlanta, Georgia, which was a lot of fun because we also went there to do a collab with Ed Bullion, who holds the cannonball record. That's New York to Los Angeles in a car straight. If you put it into Google, it's something like 40 something hours, 42 hours, I believe. Anyhow, he did it in a blistering 28 hours, 50 minutes. He currently holds the record. And we got to go onto his YouTube channel. VinWiki told the story. My first story is up. If you guys want, you can check that out later. And just had a blast with Ed and a bunch of the other guys out in Atlanta. Then we went back to Los Angeles, and we eventually went to Scottsdale, Arizona, and hung out with our boys, Jackson and a whole crew. Jackson is a buddy of ours through XComp. They're our tire sponsor. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun. So why don't we dive into this right now? And without any further ado, I mean, if people catch on here a little late, you guys will just have to go back and watch what I said later, or someone will fill you in. So what is going on with the Murcielago? Now, the Murcielago has a funny story behind it, because when I first decided I wanted to start looking for a manual LP640, there was none available. And we happened to be out, I believe, for dinner, or we were out somewhere doing something, and a friend of ours, Alex Perez, said, hey, look, he showed me his phone. I found you a manual LP640, but it was a little suspect because it had, of course, that SV body kit on it. The first thing you think of when you see a car that's been kitted, especially a car at that level, you think accident, you think something has happened to this. This car has a story. Well, it turns out the car had no real story. The owner kitted it because he liked the kit, hadn't been any accidents, and it was a true manual LP640. Now, I learned from Ed that it's impossible almost, I believe it's impossible to actually convert an e-gear to a manual unless you literally bought all of a previous LP640's gearbox and everything, and you know, ECUs and the whole 9 yards, and then converted it that way. You can't do it quite as easily as you can do essentially like a Gallardo. A Gallardo you can take from e-gear and make it a manual quite easily. And I can't get on all the technical aspects, but so I was excited. Found this car, it was a true manual LP640, no history, and I wanted to buy it. And this is back in September. So it takes a couple of months to kind of work out with the dealership, because this dealership that was listing it for sale was one that does consignment. So it belonged to someone not at the dealership. So they had to go through someone, and it was kind of like talking to my guys at August Luxury Motor Cars, who would then talk to the other dealership in Florida, who then would talk to the owner of the car. It just took what seemed like an eternity, couple of months, to kind of work out a deal on the car. Eventually worked out a deal. Then it came down to wiring money over the border and setting up all the proper transportation, basically arrangements. It had to go then with Plycar Automotive Logistics from Florida to California, made a stop in California, and then had to make its way up to the border in Washington, bordering British Columbia. Then August Luxury Motor Cars had to come down, pick up the car, drive it over the border, pay all the duties, and we had to then go on to doing basically a provincial inspection on the car. It's like a state inspection for any of you in the States, where when you import a car, it has to pass all of the safety regulations. And what's funny is we have a corporation in Alberta, the province over from the one that I live in, and so it had to get first approved by British Columbia and pass that inspection, and then it's going to have to pass an inspection in Alberta, then it'll get registered, then it'll get put into the corporation's name, then we can eventually get insurance, and that was the plan when it came to British Columbia. Well, we ran into a couple of snags. The first couple, not that major. The first one was essentially the car's tires were too low in tread depth. So they were not gonna pass the provincial inspection. Ironically, the tires were probably fine right up until I did that massive first burnout donuts in the Avant-Garde AGX parking lot. If you go back, you know, a month or so, when I first got the car to AGX, I did these burnouts in their parking lot, which were pretty epic. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret doing them. The car was sitting on some Nito Invos. I don't know how you guys feel about that specific tire, but I think that tire is junk. It's not a good tire for a high horsepower car such as a Murcielago. So I was happy to burn them off and buy some new tires. Got some fresh tires for it, threw those on, and I thought, I'm good to go. I'm gonna get this car registered and pass the inspection, the first of 2 inspections. Well, I get a phone call, and there is a Lamborghini recall. And I'm thinking, recall, you know, that's not good news, considering that Lamborghini and manufacturers don't do a recall unless something pretty serious that is going to compromise the safety of the car from being on the road. And of course, you know, I'd already driven, not on the road, I haven't driven it really on the road, but I'd already driven this at high speeds at the racetrack when I went to the Orange County Festival of Speed. I mean, we had already done like 175 miles per hour in this car. So I'm pretty concerned. I'm like, at this point, I'm going, A, obviously there's something going on with the car that's significantly not safe. And number 2, how long is it gonna take to get a part from Lamborghini on an 07 Murcielago, especially hoping that it had nothing to do with, you know, let's say the gearbox, because it was a manual and they made very few of these cars. So I have all these things rushing through my head. So it turns out the recall has something to do with the brakes. Yeah, the brakes. Of all things that you don't want problems with on your car, it's the brakes. And the brakes on that car are ceramic composite brakes. If you guys don't know anything about ceramic brakes, not only are they extremely expensive, this is a recall, it's not gonna cost me anything as far as I can understand at this point. However, ceramic brakes take a very long time to make, and they are not pre-made and stocked for that exact reason. They're expensive. They do a great job of on a street car, virtually never wearing out. So now I got all these things rushing through my head, because when I had my old 458, I went to get it inspected just to be, you know, sure that everything was good before I went on this long road trip down to Monterey, which happened to be the year that the car got totaled. But I went to Ferrari in Vancouver, and turns out 2 of my rotors had fine hair cracks in them and was not safe to drive on the rotors. And again, these carbon ceramic brakes are not stocked. They have to be special ordered and all this sort of stuff. So here's what happens. I'm freaking out about the Murcielago. I'm thinking, the brakes, lucky I didn't kill myself on the track. What's it gonna take to get these brakes sorted out? So I know the people at Lamborghini of Vancouver. I make a phone call. I talk to their service, I believe it's service manager. And what happens to be the recall is the actual bolts that connect the rotors to the car have been known to crack and shear off, basically detaching the rotor from the car, which is very, very bad and significantly dangerous. So I say to them, you know, what is it going to take? Because this car has been painstakingly taking forever to get it on the road to where I can drive it and make amazing epic content for you guys, go on road trips, take it around all these cities that you guys are at. And Lawrence at Lamborghini says, let me look into it. I'm gonna have to make a few phone calls. As you know, parts come from Italy. And I'm just thinking, yeah, this is a nightmare. And so this is what has been the delay. I know so many of you ask in Instagram and on the comments of the videos, what happened to the Murcielago? Where's the Murcielago? We want to see the Murcielago. And this is what's happened. I mean, this is why I'm telling you guys the story of basically from the time that I saw the car in September, how it took a while through communications through several people to finally make a deal, to then get the car transported halfway across the country. Spent a bit of time in Los Angeles where it got some engine work done because it was significantly not in a good state of basically, you know, frame for that. especially for someone like me who's gonna drive the ever-living crap out of it. It had to get retuned, which the guys at AGX did a phenomenal job of doing, and then it got put back on transport and finally made its way to Canada, where I thought, whew, this long road is over. You know, give it 2 weeks max and we will have this thing on the road. Already 2 weeks have blown by, and these are the challenges I'm currently faced with. Why you guys don't see the car. August Luxury Motor Cars is in a different city than I live in. They're in Kelowna, British Columbia, which is a little more in the interior. They get a lot of snow this time of year, so I've been super stressed about, you know, even getting the car from Kelowna back to Lamborghini of Vancouver to get this recall work done, which is where it has to be done at a authorized Lamborghini dealer. So, but they're handling it all. They're doing an amazing job. They're keeping Dave and I informed of everything that we need to do. But that essentially is why you guys don't see the Murcielago. Lamborghini has this recall that is super dangerous, that if the brakes were to shear off my car, I mean, it could easily kill me or kill other people on the road. So we're just gonna have to be patient, you guys. I'm gonna have to wait for these bolts to come in. We're hoping next week. The car's gonna have to get transported down, you know, to Vancouver. And I'm trying to work out grabbing my vlog camera and possibly jumping on a short flight to go with the car on this journey, so I can capture some of the content and show you guys some of the behind the scenes of what it's like to try to run a business that is, you know, everybody thinks I have this amazing, perfect life dream job of driving supercars for a living. And it's not that it doesn't come without like a mountain of challenges. And so everything from just traditional business stuff, setting up corporations, doing things properly with accountants and all that sort of lawyers, you know, to do the proper tax savings strategies, but also just simple stuff with the cars. You know, these cars are super reliable when they've been tuned up from the get-go and then managed and taken care of it with the maintenance appropriately. But to get to where we are, we always run into something, you know, something even like this live stream. You know, I think I'm good to go. I sit down with my laptop and bam, computer runs out of power. So I gotta go and get power. I mean, I know that's super small. Don't hear that I'm complaining. I'm just saying there's always something. And yeah, lucky for me, I'm a pretty determined dude. So we'll get over this and we will get that car on the road. Providing that everything goes smoothly, we're looking at about a week. So fingers crossed, a week from today, we will have the Murcielago registered, insured, and good to hit the streets. So now I want to ask you guys, where do I go? Where should we go next? I want to hear from you. I want to interact with you guys on this live stream for probably about the next 5 or 10 minutes, and we're going to end it there. Hopefully that provides a good enough update for all of your questions. I know so many of you are asking, where's the Murcielago? That's where it is. Currently stuck with a Lamborghini Recall, holding down the ability for that car to pass the provincial inspection. But we're in the works of getting it fixed. So tons, wow, thank you guys. So many super chats. I see so many of you trying to communicate with me here. This page is flying. I mean, if you guys ever wanted to know what it's like to try to stop and read your comments, this is what it looks like. Just so you know. I don't know if you can see this, but if you can see right here, this is how fast it travels. And I have to essentially, I have to try to stop it and then read your guys' comments. So I'm going to address some of those right now, especially these super chats that are building up. Again, thank you guys for the super chats. Incredible support from everybody. DDE fam, I'm telling you, you guys have the biggest hearts, the best support, the most loyal fan base, I believe, in all of YouTube. So thank you very much for that. By the way, if you guys want any DDE merch, we just stocked some stuff up at the store. It is shopdde.com. Go check it out. We're also going to be putting the new sticker packs on tonight. They're not on this very second, but mark my words, in about an hour, hour and a half, Wifey and I will make sure that those get put onto the store because they are available. All right, let's hit some of these super chats. So first super chat we have here. Let's go back to where we were. Whoa. We have a ton of these super chats. All right. Jack's Hot Guy. How did you like the MSO roof scoop for the Tire Slayer that I gave to Mark? at AGX. I'll be back through AGX on Monday. The MSO roof scoop. I'm going to assume you're talking about that funky looking orange and yellow horn shaped thing that they took a photo on the car of. I believe that was like off of a monster truck. It's like fiberglass or something. That thing's pretty cool, dude, if that's what you're referring to. Next up, we got Luke. Will you get a new Ferrari? Define new. Luke, if you mean like a brand new Ferrari, for the most part, I won't buy a brand new car, and I'll tell you why. All those cars are gonna, for the most part, take some sort of a hit on depreciation, especially when you put on the miles and drive them the way that I do. So I do kind of like a risk analysis of what cars should we be getting, and I mean, essentially, if it's going to be a car that's not a special car that's going to appreciate in value, you know, like one of the limited Ferraris or something like that, I buy something that's used and significantly used, not beaten on, but for example, you know, I have no problems buying a salvage title car as long as it's been rebuilt properly and runs perfectly fine, because we modify the cars. We want to take cars to places most people would never drive them. So if I could find a really good deal on even a rebuilt salvage title or a really high mileage car that doesn't have like a huge long history of service issues, I would buy something like that. So it would be new to the channel, but it wouldn't necessarily be new, if that makes any sense. So I would love to buy a 488. I would love to buy a Lusso, but both of those cars are too expensive still. They need to come down a little bit in the market before I'd pick up any of those. What else we got? Whoa, we got a big one here. Andrew, hey Damon, longtime fan here. Just want to say thank you for everything. It is a few days from my 26th birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew. And through your channel, it gave me the motivation to buy my first supercar, a 2015 Nissan GTR. Andrew, congratulations on your first supercar. I don't care what Dave says. He might say it's not a supercar, the GTR, but then again, Dave also drives a V8 R8 that he keeps saying is a supercar. Don't worry, Dave's just confused. Congratulations on your car. What else do we have here? We got Nicholas, come to the Midwest, preferably Indiana, but anywhere in the Midwest will work. We will definitely look into Indiana in the near future. Wow, these super chats, you guys, are amazing. I'm just trying to play keep up here. Stand by. Yo, what's up, man? I covered that one. Huracan Ian, again. I mean, I'm still alive, so that's a plus. When you can hook me up with the tires, what's going on with the deal with Sigma, hook on the tires? Oh, okay, sorry. That was a little garbled, that one. I don't know if you were typing really fast and then hit submit, but some of that sentence was a little broken up. Ian, we'll definitely figure it out, homie. We can chat off camera, by the way. I have your number. Team Guns, what's up? I'm a new YouTuber. I would love to film with the DDE crew. Big fan of you when you're in LA. Please let me know if possible. Here's the best thing to do, Team Guns, is keep an eye on my Insta stories or Snapchat. I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I update people live on Insta stories when we're traveling, where we will be, when we will have time to do a meetup. A lot of the time when we go on these trips, we do have some form of loosely planned arrangements so that we know we're walking into some good content to film with you guys. And we have a fire video, you guys, dropping tomorrow morning that has the whole crew. It has my boy Alex Choi, it's got Amelia, it's got myself and Dave, and it's got our good friends at MFR, it's got our good friends at AGX. It's got a good mix of everything. And that video is gonna drop tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. East Coast time. So let's see what we got here. DeGus 4000, hey Damon, it's Car Fanatic from Texas. What do you think of us putting a ducktail on the 911R? Hey, what's up guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Good to see you guys. These are my boys from Houston. If you guys remember the video, I had the privilege of being able to drive the LaFerrari and the 918 Spider. These guys want to know, should they put a duckbill tail on their 911R? I think that's a great idea. You guys should definitely do that. But let's see what everybody else thinks. It's always fun to know what the audience thinks. So you guys, comment below quickly. Do you think Car Fanatic should put a duckbill on their 911R? I vote yes. Steve, thank you. To fund more confetti bombs. Sorry, not sorry, Alex. Yeah, bro, your 20 bucks is gonna go a long way. I think we can get like, each confetti bomb, I think is worth about $7 or $8. So we'll get 2.5 for that. Thank you, sir. Bennett, when Elite key tag would be available or in stock? Oh, the Elite key tags. Yes, we have special Elite key tags. If you guys do not know what this gentleman's talking about, he's Bennett, you're obviously an Elite member. We have a private DDE membership site. Well, it's not so private, it's public. You can go there, register for free, and you get to see some extra content. There's wallpapers and all sorts of cool stuff. But for only $2.49 a month, if you upgrade to an Elite membership, you get to see videos as best as we can ahead of YouTube. You also get to really see, this is what I think the money's best spent on for your 2.5 bucks. When you do watch the videos, there's no ads, other than if we have a sponsored plug, but there's no like pop-up YouTube ads. Also, you get to see behind the scenes content. So for example, the brand new wheels for the Murcielago are all finished and made from Brixton. They're being shipped to AGX as we speak. And I already had Dave, I believe it's up, post a picture exactly of what the wheel looks like and the color and everything. And we do that all the time. And we also do special videos that are totally raw in the moment that are, you know, anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes long. And we post those up to Elite, only directed to Elite. And that's a lot of stuff that you'll never see on YouTube because it's in the moment, wherever we are, and it's very personal. So if you're interested in any of that, swing on over to dailydrivenexotics.com and get yourself a DD Elite membership, and we will have only for Elite members, a black key tag that says DD Elite in it in gold writing. So those are coming soon. I'll definitely give you guys a post, a private Elite post on the website so you guys know where to get those. Let's see what else we got. Man, these fly in so quick. Where are we at? Here we go. I gotta go back a little bit. All right, next up, John Renner. Thank you, sir. Just wanted to say thank you for what you guys, for what you and Dave do for your fans that see you out and about. A lot of people like myself, just sitting in your exotics is the closest we will get to owning one. Well, first of all, John, it's always my pleasure. I love to share the cars. I always say my cars are your cars. If you guys come out, everybody's more than welcome to sit in them. We just try to keep things orderly so everyone gets a turn as best as we can. But I'm telling you, John, you know, you never know, man. We live in a world where it's a digital age. With a smartphone or a laptop, you can make insane amounts of money. Take my word for it. DDE is my third somewhat digital business. I mean, I have to go out and physically make content and put it on the internet, but previously doing Facebook ads from an affiliate perspective or doing email marketing. I'm a grade A dropout. If my dumb ass can figure this stuff out and do really well, anybody can. So John, don't give up on your hopes and dreams of owning your own supercar. You definitely can do it. So let's see what else we got here. We got so many of these. Brian, hey, would you definitely come down to Toronto or host an event on the island? Thanks for all the motivation. Definitely would like to host something on Vancouver Island in the summer. Same with Toronto. We'll be in Toronto on Ace Spade Rally again this July. Stay tuned for that because we'll have the whole crew. Anthony, my boy from Mad Whips, is going to be coming. It's going to be a pretty awesome event. Where are we at here? Holy. Team Guns, definitely will all DM you on Instagram with any info. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. What else do we got here? Charles, love the channel. Can I be a moderator? And you can slow down the speed in the settings for your chats. Keep the ties. Oh, cool. I can slow down the speed settings. Hey, I never knew that. Thanks for hooking me up. I'll tell you this though, you guys, the love from you guys, from the DD fam is so overwhelming. I'm so grateful. None of this would be possible without my audience, and you guys kill it. I mean, I'm telling you, all I want to do in 2019, Dave and I have spoken about this, is come and meet as many of you as possible. Put as many of you into either the Murcielago or the Huracan or the R8 or the, well, I can't even tell you. We got new cars coming. We got new cars, like cars that have already been bought that are being transported right now. Oh man, I'm the worst at keeping secrets too. Dave would kill me if I said anything. Say, I don't want Dave. Dave, you're good. I'm not going to give it away, brother. All right. Well, let's keep going on the super chats. We got another super chat. Where are you going to visit? When are you going to visit Sacramento in the Tire Slayer? Also, love the channel. Keep up the great work, man. Good things to come for you in 2019. Thank you very much. And that is from Savion, Washington. Thank you very much. When are we going to come to Sacramento? You know what? So many times in the summer, I've done the drive from LA to up to where I live, Vancouver, and then over to the island. And I always go through Sacramento. And I'm missing it because to the earliest days of when I first started vlogging, it was the drive down in the 458 when I first wide-bodied it, got the wrap on it, and I was heading down for Monterey, that I actually did kind of like fan meet stops, ironically, like well before 100,000 subscribers. And we had such incredible turnouts in places like, you know, Portland and Seattle and Sacramento. We had like 30, 40 people come out to come and see the car and to come see me. And it was amazing and overwhelming, and I definitely got to come back. So Sacramento, you're on my hit list. I know you have a good turnout. Supercar Kids, Jack, the Supercar Kids kid is watching and says, hi, please say hi to Jack. What's up, Jack? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I will see you down in LA soon enough. Until then, take care, brother. R3X Fishing, huge DD fan. I drive a 210 horsepower Volkswagen. A 210, that's sweet. What kind of Volkswagen is this? Sandrail I built myself. I hope to see you in Florida soon. Coming to Florida very soon. We're looking at doing a rally in Florida in March, very end of March, that involves the multi-mile space shuttle launch facility. I can't remember, it's Cape Canaveral, I believe. Anyhow, there's a rally that's coming out there. I will make announcements when that's all tied down and locked down, but I want to come out and run the Murci at over 200 miles an hour. That'd be a lot of fun. Hopefully a lot of you can come out and see that. Jack, the Supercar Kid as well. Oh, that we already did that one. What do we got here? The Only Haze. Next time in Los Angeles, I'd love to shoot your cars and confetti bomb Alex Joy. All right, we'll see what we can do. Stay tuned to Instagram stories. That's where you can get the most up-to-date live. Holy man, I have so many here to catch up on, you guys. That's where you can get all the live, up-to-date, locations. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see if I can get back here a little bit. Dave Natras, thank you for the super chat. Sent you an email, Damon, never got a response. I apologize. One of the toughest things with this business is it grows at, a slow rate in the beginning, and now it's growing at a very quick rate. But at the end of the day, I want everybody to know that if you've ever sent me a message and I haven't replied, please have some patience with myself and my wife and Dave, who essentially do our best to juggle reading all the platforms' comments or emails, because they're only one of me, one of my wife, one of Dave, so 3 of us, and there are about 1.5 million fans or audience members, DD fam, spread across YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and Facebook, and we do our best to try to get through all of them, but let's just say it is super overwhelming. We're thinking about hiring some people to help read and kind of fish through some of the comments, but we'll always do our job to basically do the replies so that it's authentic and you get us, but just so we can cut through some of the crap, because some people just send random stuff that has no question or relevance. They're just trying to be nice and acknowledge that they appreciate us, and yeah, that's the stuff that we always have to weed through. All right, where are we at? We got more, man. These super chats are crazy, blowing up. All right, Steve, thank you, Steve. You're just Steve. To fund more confetti bombs, sorry. Oh, we did that one. Let's keep going. Andrew, that was the one we already read. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm going back. I have one, Huracan Ian, Canton, Ohio, or Mid-Ohio track. Noted. Vivid. Hopefully it's not the vivid I'm thinking about. Let's plan to meet sometime. David said you randomly came across one another when you're flight got canceled recently back to Canada. Very purposeful timing. We will see what we can do. Randy, thank you very much. Wow, Randy, just no comment, just boom, dropped a huge super chat. Shout out to Randy. Huracan Ian, thank you, my brother. Okay, let's go to the beginning. If you guys have any more comments, I'm gonna shut this down pretty quick just because, one, I'm sweating in this hoodie in my house, and I gotta spend some time with wifey because she's putting our daughter to bed as I speak to you guys. And let's face it, live chats get a little crazy and long after a while. I'm gonna do my best to hammer a few more of these out. If I didn't answer you, by the way, if you asked a question in this super chat and I didn't answer you, I'm gonna do my best afterwards to go back through these and write you a personal message on your comment in the super chat in the comment box. So know that I'm gonna do my best to do that. Again, one of me and like a bazillion super chats. I love you guys. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. All right. You need to come to Alabama and try the Porsche/Ferrari challenge at Barber Motorsports. Check it out online. Thank you. I am going to check that out. I would say username, but it is, I don't know that it spells anything. XPC Fraser 82. There you go. Let's see who we got. I'm going to go through these real quick. And bam, we have Andy Jar. Can you come to Chicago? Yes, I can come to Chicago. I got some exciting news to tell you guys. B-Rogue, who makes the titanium exhaust on the cars at the moment, they also make turbo systems. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm coming to Chicago sooner than you guys might think, and you're going to be really excited about what we're doing with B-Rogue. It's not rocket science. I think I already gave it away. That's right, twin turbo. All right. I don't know why I said that like that. I was just, again, excited. Exhaust note, my friends are hosting that rally in Florida, top speed testing on the 2.3 mile runway. Yes, if you can make it out, you'll see me. I would love to come to that event. I'm looking at it. I think we're talking to one of the event organizers tomorrow. Jeremy Madsen. Love your videos, bro. The best work. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you. I'm going to hammer through these guys. Simon, can you come to Montreal, Quebec? Is it a possibility? Yes, it is a possibility. I don't know if our Ace Spade rally runs through Montreal on that rally, but I'm going to do my best to try to get out there and spend some time in like Montreal and just in general some more time in Toronto because I want to come and hang out with my boy Anthony from Mad Whips. He lives in Toronto. He'll be spending some time in the US, but I'll be coming to see him soon enough. We have another one. Jackal. Hey Damon, been viewing since about last summer and I bought my first car with cash after saving for a few years and I love it. Got a 340 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 2008 Dodge Charger, and I've wanted that ever since elementary school. Congratulations on your new car, my friend. Who else we got? Cough, cough. V8 R8 is inferior to the GTR. Oh yeah, GTRs are fast, man. I've had the opportunity to drive some GTRs lately, and wow, I mean, incredible. When you think about it, that, you know, the badge is a Nissan, and nothing against that, but Nissan for the most part make, you know, slower transportation vehicles for the mass public. Man, they make a fast car. Come break my GT3 RS in San Antonio, Texas. I would love to do that. Again, stay tuned to the Instagram stories. We're coming to San Antonio, Texas. We're coming to Dallas, Texas. We're coming to Austin, Texas. We're going back to Houston, Texas. Texas, Texas, Texas. Texas is huge for DDE. We have so many loyal fans out there, and they just did it like nobody else has ever done it. In fact, they've really outdone California in some way because we came out there for like 3 or 4 days, and in 3 or 4 days, I had the opportunity to be invited into so many people's beautiful homes, sit down, have a drink with them, or have a bite to eat, and have some really good conversation with amazing people that I enjoy to meet. And then, shortly after that, I've had the opportunity to drive, like I said, people's cars, GTRs, a GT3. Dave got to drive Butch's amazing yellow SV Aventador. Dave's never driven an SV Aventador before. I had the opportunity to get yet again behind the wheel of a LaFerrari, a Porsche 918 for my first time. And I got to drive the new McLaren Senna, as well as, man, I mean, so many cars. I got to drive another gentleman's, Blake, got to drive your Huracan, do some donuts in it. I got to drive a Huracan rental car. I apologize right now to the rental company. You know, it is what it is. We shedded a bit of tire. I was dared to drift the rental car around the roundabout. A dare is a dare. So you guys, that's where I'm gonna leave it off. I hope this brings you up to speed on what's going on with the Murcielago, and I'm gonna see all your beautiful faces in no time. Thank you so much for all the love. Again, Dave and I are gonna be producing some crazy content in the next few days. Tomorrow's video drops 6 a.m. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. By the way, if you do not have your notifications turned on, do me a favor. Go right now, click the notification bell. I promise you won't regret it. Because we're also I'm gonna be personally jumping on to videos and hammering out replies to the first 200 people who comment in our video. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much for all the super chats, you guys. I'm gonna try to reply to anybody I might have missed. Much love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sticker pack.